Richard's having a laugh at me because I'm trying to make a video and I keep saying the wrong words. So I'm going to start with this. So there is going to be an outtake video, but we'll start here, Richard. So we've now flashed the Ecutek, our Ecutek base file on, and we're going to tune from here. And we'll. This is already mapped on Ecutek before we started, but we'll talk to you about that in a little while. So let's do an initial run with our base file on, and then we'll start tuning there. Okay. Here we go. So we've done a little bit of tuning now, so we're well underway. So Richard, this car seemed to run quite poorly. Now the customer said that it had been mapped somewhere else, which we won't name, and yeah, some of his map features were working correctly.
Well, we don't know what he had set as what map features, so it's a little bit unfair. But we ran in map 2, and it didn't seem to rev through. We put it in map 3 and we got a full pull. We put it in map 4, we seemed to get a full pull. We put it in map 1 and it would run, but it was running lumpy and like almost ticking over at 500 RPM. So I have no idea what was going on within that. So ultimately the best option for us is to completely start again.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea what's going on or if there's been an issue with the program or whatever. So there could be anything going on. So the best option for us was just to start again.
Yeah, which we have, and we're certainly getting into that now and doing some pulls and doing some tuning, and hopefully, like I say, the customer complained about a few bits and bobs with the other tuner, but we're hoping to resolve these issues. So,
yeah, hopefully so.
But yeah, right, let's do another run. Well, this one certainly dropped some bombs, Richard. Seems to be the theme at the moment. Spitting fire.
It's what everybody wants.
They do want it. They do want it, my friend. Right, so this one has minimal mods, Richard. It has a...
Really has minimal mods,
a HKS induction kit and a decat.
Yes.
There's some sort of custom
It's
exhaust.
got some sort of custom exhaust on it, yeah.
But it's still on stock manifolds.
Yeah, still on stock manifold. Heat shields are all still on there, so it's definitely on stock manifold.
Yeah.
We've only finished at, well, I say only finished at 211 today, but we finished at 211 with our custom tune, but we're just flattening off at the top end. There's a flow restriction, and as everybody knows with these, it's all about mods. It's all about breathing mods. You know, the faster you can get air in, the faster you can get air out, the more power it's going to make.
Sure.
These are really sensitive to mods, and they don't make massive power over stock, but mid-range is where we make our probably most of our...
Sure.
Peak power, we've made slightly less in the mid-range, we made slightly less at the top than we did on the one that we did previously this morning, but again, that one did have a 4-to-1 manifold on it and custom exhaust.
And this one was actually mapped before, Richard. Before it came here, it was mapped, but the customer wasn't particularly impressed with that map. And when we looked at it on the dyno, we weren't particularly impressed with it either.
No, I mean, it was certainly rich on the VTEC changeover, which was dulling power massively in that region.
Yeah.
It wasn't making very good power, like 203, I think, 203, 205 sort of power. And he got a massive lull in the mid-range due to that rich spot, which I was imagining is what he was feeling on the road. Plus, he was saying his switchable maps weren't really doing what he expected them to do.
No, we had a bit of a test on there, but they did
try them, and they didn't seem to make any. We put it in map 1, it ran so bad that we didn't do a run in map 1. Put it in map 2, it seemed to dull out at like 1500, 2000 RPM and wouldn't rev through. Put it in map 3, map 4, they seem to be identically the same. So I don't know how that had been set up, if you understand what I mean, or whatever. But we've just completely gone at it with our own fresh file. And
that's right. And the best way to do is to start again from fresh, and then we know
start again, and then we've mapped to the capabilities of this vehicle. So
well, let's have a look, Rich. Let's go and have a look at the graph. So as you can see, red line is as it came in, blue line is as it leaves. So we've certainly made power across the rev range. You can see a noticeable dip.
Yeah,
here.
This is what I was talking about the rich spot here. I mean, you obviously see how much it dipped down and then came back. We've done our absolute best to get the fuel as perfect as possible. Some of these dips that we're obviously still seeing here, that's still flow issue there, because the flow issue was there originally and it's still maintained as we've made more power. We've managed to smooth it out. Again, once we reach sort of 7.2, the graph's staying flat. I mean, it's holding its power all the way to the end, no problem, but it isn't continuing to make any more power again, which would suggest flow restriction. So I believe a nice 4-to-1 manifold in this car would unlock some nice power.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll certainly relay that information to the customer. Yep. But there you have, guys, an improvement, and we're happy, and I'm sure the customer will know the difference on the road. It is a nice car. I really like these wheels. But yeah, okay, so there we go. Guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Thanks for listening to Rich, because he loves it. And we'll see you on the next one, won't we, Rich?
Really do.
Good man.